Hi, my name is Eddie. I'm a native Texan who lives in Moscow, Russia, and today I am here at La Plaza Mall in McAllen, Texas, the Rio Grande Valley's largest mall, to do a video about malls and the economy here in Texas, especially South Texas. But I got chased off by mall security in the land of the free and home of the brave.
3, 2, 1.
So as I said before, I live in Moscow, Russia, and I recently did a video about a mall in Moscow that takes me back in time. It takes me back to what life in America was like back in the 1980s. Are you a fan of American shopping malls? Well, you might be surprised to find out that they are thriving in Russia. While shopping malls in America are struggling to stay afloat, Russian malls are like a blast from the American past. I mean, just look at this. Most malls in America are dying, but this mall right here, La Plaza Mall here in McAllen, Texas, it's the largest mall in the Rio Grande Valley. And from what I can see from my brief time inside La Plaza Mall before I was chased off by a very polite security guard, it seems to be doing really well. And I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to contrast and compare how this mall is doing here in this economy under the Biden administration. And of course, we are just days away from President Trump being inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States. However, the Rio Grande Valley, some cities and towns in the Rio Grande Valley have really been suffering from some of these disastrous economic policies of the Biden administration. And of course, the Rio Grande Valley, I mean, we're literally on the border. We are approximately 7 to 8 miles north of the Mexican border in the border town of Reynosa. Many people in the valley shop here because it's anchored by some larger retailers like Macy's, JCPenney, Dillard's, H&M. It also has a very large food court and several, how should we say, boutique, I guess if we could call them, restaurants, some more well-known restaurants in the retail restaurant market are located here. And the fact that many people from Mexico come and shop here as well, especially because of its proximity to some of the larger cities in Mexico like Monterrey. There's many Mexican nationals who have traveled here and shopped here for years. So this mall is doing really, really well. But if we contrast that with the mall, Via Vista Mall in Harlingen, which I'll show you some video of that, it is completely dead. I mean, I think the only store left there is JCPenney. Of course, Sears has gone under. That's gone. Kmart is gone. Been a lot of changes in the retail world here in the United States over the past, 10 years maybe. And so I recently did a video, as I said, in Moscow, where I was able to walk around the mall and just film freely. And I'll link that video down below. Of course, it'll be in the show notes as well. And I wanted to do that here as well, here at La Plaza Mall. But apparently, in the land of the free and the home of the brave, you cannot film inside this mall. So, gotta ask yourself, what are they trying to hide? Or, what are they trying to protect? Interesting that I have much more freedom to film in public spaces, in of course, I guess they could make the argument, well, it's private property and the owners don't want people filming there. I guess you could make that argument. But the malls in Moscow are also privately owned. There's really nothing to hide. So I just find it ironic that there's more freedom to film in Russia than there is here in the United States of America. Quite ironic, especially when you hear nothing but bad things in the press about Russia. Russia's our enemy. Russia wants to take us back to the times of the Soviet Union, and they just world domination. They want to destroy us. On and on and on goes the propaganda. But then I come here to film because I just want to show how well this mall is doing compared to a lot of other places in America. Simon Properties, who's the owner and operator of this mall, has lost a good opportunity for advertising, for promotion on YouTube, simply because they won't allow a YouTuber to film inside the mall. Kind of crazy if you ask me, but in the land of the free and home of the brave, this is what you get. In many, many ways, I just cannot wait to get back to Moscow. There's many reasons for me to return to Moscow, but one of them is freedom. Well, since I got chased off by mall cops, thought I'd come here to McDonald's and have me my beloved double fish with extra tartar sauce. Now, those of you, I'll link it down below, but I did a video. Those of you might remember I did a video where I went to Vkuzhnaya Tochka in Moscow. Vkuzhnaya Tochka is the new old McDonald's in Russia. Here is my meal. Got a double fish burger with extra tartar sauce, some large fries, and a large Diet Coke. This is a Dobry Cola bez sakara, without sugar. This is it's Coke Zero, all right? Because I'm on a diet. Because McDonald's left after sanctions hit Russia. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna do a taste test. You'll have to believe me, because you'll just have to believe me because you can't taste it. But we will do a contrast and compare, and we'll check prices, because I'll go back and look at that other video and compare. But I'll link that video down below so you can go check it out. But wait, let's finish watching this video first, okay? Let's go to McDonald's, come on. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So I'm out here outside the McDonald's when I was approached by this gentleman who says that he comes from Mexico. ¿Cuándo llegó usted?
Llegué apenas en la madrugada, a las 3:30 de la mañana.
So he got here about 3:30 this morning, him and his wife, and they're here looking for work. And he was approaching for some money. So I'm going to ask him some questions. Aquí tengo la cámara a mí. Pero le voy a preguntar, ¿de dónde vienen ustedes?
Nosotros venimos de la ciudad de Tampico, Altamira. Llegamos a las 3:30 de la mañana batallando pues, por lo mismo, perdón, por la situación en la que se encuentra México ahorita, pues causa los carteles que no dejan en paz a uno, a las familias pues, de bajos recursos, que venimos huyendo pues de allá por lo mismo, por la razón de que nos quitan el dinero, nos hacen ver menos, tenemos que vender, tenemos que huir de nuestro mismo país por la situación en la que se encuentra México y pues buscando un mejor lugar donde vivir y donde poder trabajar.
¿Y tienes familia aquí en Estados Unidos?
Pues ahorita no tengo, padre. Lo único que sí puedo decirle, pues que me vine con mi señora en México, en Tamaulipas. Dejé a mis hijas, mis cuatitas de 18 años, con todo el dolor de mi corazón. Tuvimos que pagar arriba de $3,000 para poder llegar hasta aquí. Y pues por el momento, pues ya se imaginarán la situación en la que me estoy pasando ahorita en estos momentos. Pero andamos con la licencia de Dios, y gracias a Dios, este señor que me ayudó con un poquito de dinero para poder seguir adelante, es lo que le agradezco.
So this is the plight of people who are trying to make a better life coming in here to the United States. So the gentleman did not want to be on camera, but what he told me off camera is that the reason they're here is because of America's open borders right now. And they thought that they should take advantage of this now, before President Trump takes office, because it may change the situation. You know, and this is something that is quite difficult for me, because I am human. I have a heart. I have a family. I know what it's like. But this is a problem that was caused by liberal policies and just really let's call it what it is, evilness on the part of some forces, outside forces of the United States, who caused this and who funded this program. I'm talking about George Soros and his Open Societies Foundation that has funded a lot of these open border policies and basically buying off Democrats, the Democratic Party, to enact these open border policies, that we have this problem. So the problem that we have is we got people like this wanting to come to the United States and actually getting here. And then when they're here, there's no jobs. There's no work. Or if there is work, it's like, what skills do they have? What can they bring here? What can they bring to America? I mean, the man is begging. It costs $10 a night to stay at this little shack that is being offered to immigrants. So that's $20. It's crazy. This is a humanitarian crisis caused by pure evil. It's nuts. I never went inside the McDonald's, didn't make it. And to tell you the truth, I've lost my appetite. So I'm here in Raymondville, here in Willacy County, and right behind me is the guard shack and the entrance to what was, it's kind of hard to see it back there, but that is the old Walmart Supercenter that was closed down in 2019. I believe it was closed 2016. In 2019, it was converted into an immigration shelter for unaccompanied minors. This is children under the age of 13 who are either separated from their parents or got separated from their handlers when they were crossing the Mexican border. And so they're brought here until their cases are adjudicated or perhaps reunited with family. But they're sheltered, housed, and educated here in this facility because of state law and federal law, children under certain age must be educated. So this is where your tax dollars, America, this is where they go. So when I hear a lot of people say, you know, you can't deport them all. No, we need to deport them all because it's such an economic drain on the area. But however, BCFS, which operates this particular facility here, is one of the largest employers in Willacy County. So go figure. It seems that incarcerating people is big business in the United States. It's sad. So what are the answers? Well, one of the answers is we've got to deport these illegal immigrants here in the United States. They've got to go back to where they came from, because they come here, there's no jobs, there's no economic prosperity, because there's a depressed economy here in the United States. So they turn to petty theft, they turn to crimes of opportunity, just for money, just for food. So it's just a big, big problem. And the answer is deport them all. It's the way it is. Let me know what you guys think. Write down in the comments. What do you think? Should we deport illegal aliens in America? Should America have open borders or closed borders? What do you say? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, пока.